Sean Diddy Combs trial. Day 1. No cameras, no phones, just truth, hidden behind federal walls and sworn testimonies. This isn't just another celebrity case. It's a potential takedown of a cultural kingpin, Sean Diddy Combs. The charges are real, the courtroom is tense, and what happened on day 1 unfolds the process of unmasking one of the top hip-hop mogul, a fall from grace, from being adored on world's largest stage to being criticized in the courts. Part 1. Courtroom atmosphere. Inside the Southern District of New York, the air was thick with tension. Diddy entered the room, not as a mogul, not as a legend, but as a defendant. He wore muted court-approved clothes. His usual swagger? Gone. His family sat in silence, some teary-eyed, some refusing to meet the jury's gaze. He kept his eyes locked on the jurors, 8 men, 4 women, who had already been warned. What you're about to hear is graphic, disturbing, and unforgettable. And then, the door closed. The trial began. Part 2. The charges. The prosecution read out the 5 federal charges like fire through gasoline. 1. Racketeering conspiracy. Allegedly, Diddy led a criminal network, not just a scandal, a full-blown organization. 2. Tied to sex trafficking, forced labor, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. 3. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, 2 counts. Victims say they weren't lured, they were hunted, controlled through money, fear, and fame. 4. Transportation for prostitution, 2 counts. He's accused of moving people across state lines, not for opportunity, but for exploitation. Each charge carries decades behind bars. Together, a possible life sentence? Inside that courtroom were journalists, legal experts, and former insiders. But everyone was watching Diddy. Could this really be the end of an empire? Part 3. Opening statements. War of words. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson stood up, emotion burning beneath her calm delivery. She told the jury, "This is not a tabloid story. This is organized abuse." She spoke of what victims called freak-offs, drug-filled parties where the powerful indulged and the vulnerable were cornered. Women were allegedly lured with promises, then trapped with threats. Some were filmed without their knowledge, and those tapes? Allegedly used as tools of silence or blackmail. And then came the defense. Teeny Geragos, representing Diddy, delivered a cold counterstrike. Yes, the parties happened. Yes, the lifestyle was extreme, but criminal. She painted the witnesses as bitter, broken, and looking for a payday. Everything was consensual, she said. This is a hit job, more TMZ than DOJ. Part 4. The shocking testimony. Then came the first witness, Daniel Phillip, a male performer, calm but haunted. He looked the jury in the eye and told them, "Diddy paid me to have S with Cassie Ventura. He watched. He ordered me to humiliate her." He said he was once told coldly and without shame to urinate on Cassie, not as a request, but as a command. He described the setting, a penthouse suite, dim lights, silent security. The entire space, he said, felt choreographed, like a stage for control. Then, Israel Florez, a hotel security guard. He had no fame, no book deal, just a memory he couldn't shake. He described a night in 2016, Cassie, crying, cornered. Diddy's voice raised, his hand raised, a slap, a shove, and then, he said Diddy approached him, calmly, and offered cash. "Forget what you saw," he allegedly said. "This never happened." Part 5. The footage no one forgot. To support the testimonies, prosecutors played surveillance footage. It showed Diddy and Cassie in a hotel hallway. He's seen pulling her. She resists. The camera, silent but damning, captures a moment of raw power imbalance. The jury didn't speak. Even journalists, those used to seeing horrors in court, later said the room felt cold. You could feel the truth bleeding through the screen. Part 6. Who's missing? Who's watching? But here's what's eerie. Where are Diddy's friends? Where's Jay-Z? Where's Mary J. Blige? Where's Usher? The ones who celebrated with him, now watching in silence. There are whispers that this case could shake the entire music industry, that this trial could open sealed doors and expose secrets no one wants aired. Part 7. What's next? Day 1 ended, but the prosecution says this is just the beginning. More witnesses are scheduled, new footage may be introduced. And the name on everyone's lips? Cassie Ventura. Will she testify? If she does, this case may enter a whole new level of impact. It's no longer about one man's guilt or innocence. It's about an industry that enabled silence, about fame used as a weapon, about women who whispered for years and are finally being heard. Part 8. Closing, the legacy at stake. Sean Combs built an empire, Bad Boy, Ciroc, Revolt TV, and more. But what happens when the man behind the empire is no longer untouchable? Day 1 is over. The foundation has been cracked. What comes next could bring it all crashing down. Do you believe the witnesses? Or is this a trial driven by greed, betrayal, and buried resentment? Comment below. Subscribe for full trial coverage, and as always, the truth will rise. Diddy trial, Day 2 coming soon. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Diddy trial reactions, Day 1. 1. Family presence. Many were shocked and heartbroken that his children were in the courtroom. Comments expressed sympathy for his kids hearing explicit, graphic allegations about their father. Some felt the children's presence made the situation emotionally unbearable. Others questioned, why allow them to be present for this kind of testimony? 2. Testimony reactions. Daniel Phillip's and Israel Florez's testimonies left people disturbed and unsettled. Viewers called the descriptions dehumanizing, shocking, and degrading. Public sentiment is torn. Some believe the witnesses are courageous. Others suspect media exaggeration or fabrication for profit. 3. Evidence footage. The leaked surveillance footage detail, grabbing Cassie, caused a wave of online discussion. Users said, if that's real, it changes everything. Journalists described the room as frozen when it was shown, adding credibility to the claim. 4th reaction to the trial overall. The system is finally moving. Some believe this is long overdue accountability for the rich and powerful. Comments like, this is R. Kelly all over again, just with more money and NDAs. 5. Where's the industry? Widespread confusion and frustration at the silence from celebrity friends. No public support, no denials, no defense. Many believe there's more to come. If Diddy falls, others are next. 6. Is this trial real justice or a setup? Some believe the trial is a media takedown of a powerful black mogul. Others feel it's proof that power shields predatory behavior for too long. Common themes in public comments. This is bigger than Diddy. His kids didn't sign up for this. If even half of it is true, he's done. We need to separate legacy from truth.